We're back! We're live! I need to move this light back over. There we go. Hello! Let's try this again. Let's see if the internet is not gonna crap out on me this time, and if my laptop doesn't crap out on me, and I pay attention to when my stream drops. That's the goal today. That is what we're trying to do. Hello everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry for the shenanigans earlier. Sorry for all of the shenanigans earlier, but we are back. We're here working on our soldiers, and I am going to hopefully get a little bit more of these guys done before I need to go to my event later tonight, so that I can bring them with me and have them be a bit more complete. I have one more gentleman who I need to do the uniform on. Two more gentlemen that I need to do the uniform on. And so let's go ahead and work on them next. Hope everybody is doing well once they get back. I feel very embarrassed that I let my stream drop, but you know what? Sometimes that happens and I just gotta be grateful that I have a partner who's like, let me fix that, don't worry, and helps me get back on track. Oh yeah, that definitely separated there, didn't it, a little bit? Definitely separated there. I must not have washed these guys like I thought I did. There we go. A little bit there. You do not need to stay and watch the stream. I think we'll be fine now. If you want to go for a walk, please do. I am keeping an eye on my my stats better this time. This is looking good already. All those butt grooves.
Try to be on camera.
Absolutely, sorry. Yes. Enjoy your walk. There we go. There we go. Alright, this is going swimmingly. Things are going well this time. And we'll keep painting. So this goes over here. Clean that up a little bit. Oh, as I was saying before, my other stream, I think, ended. I don't actually remember if I got to it, so I'm going to repeat the point, and you're going to have to deal with it if you've already heard it, technically. Because I can't remember what was on what I said when I was still live and when I had accidentally cut out and forgotten. Good lord. But, ooh, is that still... No, that's not what I do. I should get some field gray. But I really like these Tamiya figures because they have some subtlety to them. But occasionally when I dry brush, I felt that sometimes I don't always, like, get the proper coverage. But honestly, these last two dry brushes that I did, I think went pretty well. I think I needed to go back in with the shadow color, though, and make them a little bit of a darker green. Maybe I should have started with that and just dry brushed the whole uniform, gone from the dark green into the field gray into the lighter green. But this is working, and it's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. The process is pretty cool. And I think I picked a decent color for their helmets. I wanted to go with, because like I was looking on reference, that I looked up on my phone previously when I think the stream was no longer going. And I wanted to see like what color they were, and it seemed like it was mostly just still in that field gray color tone. And so I wanted to sort of stick with that, but then go a little bit, maybe a little bit more dark green. And so I mixed actually dark sea green in with my bronze green and created a nice like deep blue green, and I think it works pretty well. You guys can tell me whether or not it feels historical enough or not, but I'm liking the vibe of it. Also, hello, Tony. Welcome. Hope you're doing well today, sir. And anybody lurking, I hope you guys are doing well as well. Alright. Keep painting. We've got 2 boys left. There's some really, like, fine folds. And I'm not always sure how to treat those sometimes. Like, the wash was done decently on them, but not exactly what I wanted. It ended up actually making it a little bit browner than originally I intended, which is why I think I ended up going back in with this dark green color. You know. Let's see if I can get that a little bit better in focus. Sorry about that. There we go. That's looking good. We'll go back over with a little bit of the field gray in a bit, but I want to do all of the dark green on both our remaining 2 figures. Just get both of that part knocked out, so we can just get them all done roughly around the same time. Got a little bit of like a seam there, but these guys, because they've got their back so taut, their arms are forward, it makes the fabric on their backs very, very just stiff. You're not going to get a lot of folds. And again, that's one of the reasons I like these Tamiya ones. They're realistic in that way, like extremely so. Oh, sorry, I got a text from my neighbor. Let me make sure. Oh, never mind. Don't think it was from... I thought I saw... Weird, I thought I saw a notification from my neighbor, but apparently not. Everything's cool. I love the folds in the arms, though. I think part of why I actually like the folds in this, I'm going to keep talking about them because I enjoy them so much, but I think part of the reason that I like them so much is because when I used to do more comic book art and used to draw more, these are similar to how, like, if I translated what I did for folds into 3D, I think this is what it would look like. And I don't know, I really like it. Maybe it just feels comic book-esque to me. And that's why I enjoy it. But yeah, it's really nice. Let's get that nice seam. The belt should have a little bit of shadow. Got a little fold of, I think, his pocket there. Good, good, good. Lovely. You think it looks pretty decent? Now let's take a closer peek. Yeah, I think our shadows are looking good. I'm not even sure I really need to do that much touch up of the field gray on this guy, actually. Maybe a little bit of an emphasis there. A little bit more in there, just because it's kind of shadowed, so it would look a little darker. And a smidge there. And again, I don't really care if I get this dark color on the shell, because we're going to be covering that up later. Alright, looks like we're still good. Just doing a quick double check. Cool, yes. Also, hello to everybody that's hanging out. It's lovely to have you all here. Alright, I think he's looking pretty good. Let's swap his cap for our other guy and to get his shadows done. Yeah, especially around the legs, when I was talking about, like, that's how I used to draw folds around, like, when I was doing comic book work. That, like, around the legs is really reminiscent of how I used to, like, make bunched up fabric around the ankles if they had somewhat baggy pants, like jeans or something on. I just enjoy it. Very silly. Make it a little less harsh. That's looking good. Looking excellent. Like all of you. Painting butt folds. Sometimes you just gotta. Kind of wraps around. Water it down a bit more. Blend. Okay. Let's get folds of his pockets. Fold there. There we go. Maybe a little bit more in here. Yeah. Alright, let's start working on the jacket a little bit. Hello, Nemeth. And Graham, welcome. Oh, Graham, don't worry about that. I completely understand. Hope you're feeling better. Thank you for subscribing, Golden Comet Gaming. This is a 1/38th scale model, or 1/35th scale model. It's from the Tamiya Marder III that I built on the channel. I did some of the crew that day, but I did not do all of them. And so I'm finishing up the ones that I did not paint previously. Or at least trying to, when my internet doesn't drop my stream and I don't notice. Now that's what happened earlier, whoops. And I feel very foolish about it. And he has some nice folds on his back. Let's go ahead and water down our color a smidge. We'll reblend some of these. So that they're not quite as harsh. Make sure we get a little bit of shadow where the gun would be resting. And into the pit. Feel like should be part of a song. Oh yeah, it reminds me of Ghosts. They have a song that's like, I think it might be called Into the Pit. Is that what it's called? I don't remember now. Alright, there we're looking good, we're looking good. I want to get some of my field gray and blend. I'm at a smidge. It's feeling a little bright in comparison. Oh, but we do also want a little bit of that dark green. And let's see. There we go. There we go. That looks better. Okay. The front. We haven't done the front at all. I haven't painted the front a smidge. I understand that completely. Well, I do hope that recovery over time happens and that you feel better. Chronic illnesses are tough. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's work on the folds on the front, which are the kind of the area where I'm a little most nervous about doing them this way. But we're gonna try. We're gonna do our best. Underneath his metals should probably have a little bit this darker color tone. Make that arm a smidge because I was sloppy. No, I'm just clumsy is really what it is. Big ol' mess maker. There we go. Looks decent. Flip them this way. Might be able to see some of these folds on this other angle a little bit better, but also having you guys see it. There we go. Thanks for subscribing, Tony457777. Hydro Glider 3D printing has been going well. I do feel like I've been learning a lot. Of course, had to do a couple tests, make a few adjustments, but I feel like I've mostly got the machine pretty calibrated in, which is nice. Maybe some fine final like small adjustments maybe to do on it still, but overall feeling pretty good about it. Enjoying being able to do so. I actually used the 3D printer in tomorrow's video, where I've been working on some I almost said Starship Trooper, some Helldiver miniatures, which has been really fun. Chaos Cultist has been working his butt off, plugging away on that today. And I've been interrupting him a lot, so I apologize to him and hope that he gets it done in a timely manner. I feel bad that I've taken up so much of his time. But yeah, no, it's been going good. I've been enjoying the 3D printer a lot. I think I have what I want to do for my rewards for those that helped me get the 3D printer, which is great. Alright, I need to do a little bit of smoothing on his like, collar. But I'm feeling pretty decent about this. Mix a little bit of those two colors that I've been previously using together. So I can kind of try to blend. There we go. As well. And clean up some of my sloppiness over here. Let's see. How could you? Very easily. Alright, there's that. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Yeah. Looking good. Alright, there we go, there we go. Alright, let's do the dry brushes. So both of our gents are ready for that. They're looking good. Just making sure everything's still good. All right, good. We're still live, and I see that we have even more watchers. Hello to all of you. All right, we're going to work on our dry brush stuff. You know, that is not wet anymore. That's fine. Fresh paint. Got my brush ready. Dampen it a smidge, just like we did before. Just find that helps the paint be a little less chalky feeling. All right, let's see how this does. Really pop those folds. Beautiful, subtle, delicate. You need a little bit more paint. All right, let's go. That is looking good. We're bringing out some of those pocket details. They're very subtle, but they work. Get those folds popping a bit more. And we'll work our way to his butt. His very square butt, actually, now that I look at it. Very funny. Let's be careful around the gun so that we don't accidentally knock it right off, because knowing my luck, that would happen. There we go, that's looking good. By the way, my plan is to stream for about an hour, since I streamed a little bit earlier today. But I wanted to come back in. I felt really bad about like it not working, and thankfully Chaos Cultist was able to reset the modem, get things working, and now we're live, and we seem to be fine, so thank you to him. Of this highlight color on his clothes. Specifically these back folds, I kind of like them, they look cool. Oh, and we need to definitely hit the front because we've not at all. There we go. Oh, that's nice. I like the subtle folds on his front of his arms. Oh, and this is going to help pop his medals actually really nicely. Great. So I can see them better when I want to add additional colors to them, which I do. I think it's just going to end up being some black, because I don't know if they would be like super metallic or anything like that. I think one is the Iron Cross and one is... I'm actually not sure what the other one is, but one's definitely in a cross shape. Oh, buddy, I need to paint your hat. I just realized. Okay, outside of some cleanup right here on his jacket, where I think I got a little sloppy, I'm actually very happy with how this turned out. Let's kind of just do smooth. Blood blending, soften it a little bit. Alright, that looks great. Softened that, cleaned it up. It's not as harsh now. Thank you, Graham. I appreciate that. Alright, let's paint his hat, because I completely forgot to do that. I've got plenty of field gray just out and about, so let's wet that a little bit. Paint everything. Let it dry, and then we'll come back in with our same process we just did. With our shadows and then our dry brush. Can't believe I forgot your hat, buddy. What was I thinking? So rude. Oop, just got some green on your face. It's fine. It's fine, we'll cover it later. Make sure to get the underside of the lid. Just in case somebody flips them upside down. I have no idea. Oh, you can. You can kind of see. There we go. Bam! He's falling off his putty because, you know, he's rebellious. And we're good. Alright, that looks great. Generally, I'm not a huge fan of urban fantasy, although I do like some things that use it. Like, I would almost qualify certain elements of, say, like, White Wolf's products with, like, Vampire the Masquerade, and specifically, even more so, the Changeling I feel like leans a little bit into the urban fantasy horror vibes with like fae in cities and such, which I think is pretty cool. But it's actually not a genre I've explored a huge amount. What about you guys? Have you, anybody like some good urban fantasy? Have any suggestions? I'm just waiting for this hat to dry. In the meantime... Oh, buddy, I didn't do your dry brush. Okay, cool. While that hat's drying, we can do this guy's dry brush, because apparently I skipped it. Whoops. He's like, please, please, I just want a nice dry brush. Give me some highlights, lady. How come my other companions get it and I don't? Because I didn't see you sitting over there, bud. That's why. I didn't see you sitting over there. Because I'm very unobservant and I need to work on that. Good lord, do I need to work on that. Case and point. Almost didn't paint this lad. Looking good. Am I a little sloppy with that? I will clean that up in a moment. Got a little too heavy-handed on those flat areas and borked some stuff up. It's okay though, we'll fix it. No one panic. No one panic, indeed. Alright, that is looking great. Ah, I've heard great things about Shadowrun. I don't know anything about the newest edition. Like, would you be playing with the new edition, or would you be playing with some of the old edition? Because I don't know what the current feeling, like the community's feelings on... Is it 6 that they're on? Cyberpunk's pretty cool. Like, I've liked the video game. I've not played any of the RPG version of Cyberpunk. You know, that came out originally. But I've sold some of it when I used to work at a game store. Chest is looking good on him. A little bit more there. Something right there. Pants. Just like fabric wear. Okay, yeah. I think that looks good. Let's do a little bit of cleanup here. Welcome back! Yep. We're doing good. The old school 1987 one? Okay, that's definitely a... I would recommend that only because I feel, and I can't say this for certain, but I feel like the modern edition of Shadowrun did not have the best fan reviews. Because I think they, like... You know, of course, updated and changed some things in a way that people were like, oh, we really kind of wish you would have just left it this way instead. In the same way that I feel like that happened with a lot of things. Alright. so he's looking good. He looks good. We just need to paint his head. So we're gonna do that now. Put that on, switching everything around. Get some of our dark color tone back in. Thank you for subscribing, Brandon James. Welcome to the channel. Alright, let's get some of these folds on this hat, and then we can hopefully do a dry brush not too far from now. And in the meantime, while we're waiting on him to dry fully before we do that dry brush, we can start working on the flesh tones. Actually, I might do the accessories first. Like all their belts and like the guns and all that kind of stuff. And that's probably a good idea. There's some small folds on the cap. Top. Alright, there we go. Nice. Alright, so we'll set... Actually, we don't even need to set him aside specifically. We can keep working on him. Alright. For their belts... let's actually look, because I don't know if they would be normally brown or if they would, like, require them to do black, perhaps? I'm not actually sure, you know? Service uniform. Here's a picture. It does kind of look like it's just like a dark gray green. So you know what? We're going to use the same color I used on the helmets. Would this be appropriate? Is that too blue? Might be too blue. What is this other green color? This is definitely going to be more... Probably too light. I'm gonna put a tiny bit on my palette. Yeah, I think that's too like medium green. This would have been good for the tank camo. I think if I had like wanted to use that color. Maybe I should just go with the pure bronze green by itself. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to do that because it's a really nice dark color, and if I want to, I can mix in a little bit of black and just deepen it further. But let's see what this looks like. Let's see how well or not well it stands out. I think it's going to need black. Okay, we're just going to add some in right now. Because, like, immediately looking at it, even before it dries, I just think it's going to blend in too much with what I've done for the shadows, and I really want it to stand out a bit more. So we'll put a little bit of black paint. This is the one I haven't used yet. Or not. Get this one. Okay, good. Put that paint there, and then get some of this. Yeah, that's better. Just wanted it to be like a lot darker because it felt like it, in the photos, that's what it looked like. Do you keep a lot of like cool gaming stuff up in the attic? Hello, Jackalack. How are you doing, buddy? Coming to hang out with me? Oh, okay. Or are you hungry? Let's see, what time is it? 3:43. Ah, he's getting hungry. Oh my goodness. Meow? Meow? Is that so? Do you hear this cat? He is very starved if you could not tell. At least he thinks so. Well, don't worry, buddy. I've got 15 more minutes left, and then I'll be calling it because I gotta go prep some things. And I'll feed you at that time, okay? Okay. Wow. Wow. He's so meowy. I'm glad to hear it. Jack, I'm glad you're being loud. Yeah, you're so cute. You're so chatty. Oh my goodness! What? Oh, do you want to come up here and say hi to everybody? Yeah? Oh, let's not claw my shirt. Let's not claw my shirt. Here is my cat. He says hello. It's like, I just want down and to be fed, please. Oh, geez, everything from your childhood? My goodness. And you want food, don't you? Yeah. Oh, snuggy boy. Oh, Snugmeister. Oh, oh, look at him nuzzle. You don't want to be here. Like, Mom, I just want to eat. Mother, I just want food. If you're not going to feed me, put me down so that I may squirm and meow at you. Alright, there we go. The belt's looking good. Smoother there. Yeah, I think that works actually pretty well, because now it looks like it's definitely tied to the uniform's color scheme, but it stands out on its own. Bye, Jack. I'll see you later. Oh, I just realized actually they have gloves on. What color their gloves would have been. Alright. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Hello, I have returned. Alright, what was I doing? I was working on belts. Alright, he looks good. So let's come over to our next boy. We still have this color nice and mixed up. Dude, I think a lot of us need to clean more often, if I'm honest. I know I definitely do. I keep some things very, very clean, but I keep other things way less clean. There we go. I need this to be a little bit darker. It kind of have lightened up. Oh my goodness. You're so dramatic. He's looking fantastic. I love the way this is coming out. I'm actually... No, because that just needs to be in pure black. I was going to say, I'm going to go ahead and paint the missile in this color tone too, but it actually has black on it, and so the metallic can go over top of that. It's not a big deal. So never mind. I'm not going to paint it yet. However, I'm going to try to delicately get his belt on this side and hope I don't get too much... Hope that I don't get too much paint on the stuff I've already painted. Getting a little bit, so I'm gonna just stop and hope that it wraps around a little bit more. There we go. Here we go. Alright, that looks good. Let's do a little bit of color and then spread it to give it a bit of a shadow there. Let's give it a little bit of texture. I know they're pretty flat normally, but this just gives it a light wash, gives it a little bit more depth, I think. You know what I mean? Alright. Alright, I think he's looking pretty good, actually, so let's move on to our next lad. Oh, their shoes. Their shoes are probably should be in black. We'll do that when we do the black stuff. They'll probably just be black. Alright, this guy is up next. His belt's probably going to be the easiest one to get to because his arms are actually up. You don't have any, like, hidden recessed areas as much. I'm gonna flip them around and find out that that is completely wrong. But you know what, we'll get to that when we flip them around. Oh my goodness, Jack, please, you sound so sad. It's so heartbreaking. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm guessing this would end up being the same color? Or do you think it would end up being brown? Let me see. I mean, on the reference that I'm looking at least, or the one piece of reference that I'm looking at, it does look like the stuff on the belts and everything and all the straps were the same color as them, so maybe I'll add a little bit more black in. And go with that. Because, like, I think a sidearms, like, holster would be in black leather, right? That seems logical. Belt a smidge because I feel like we got a little too green. There we go, that's working well. Wow! Jack-a-lack! Calm your butt. Yeah. Yeah. Your cries are unnecessary. I could use... You're right, I could. You know, I think sometimes it does will, but I'm not 100% sure, like, hugely what the differences between the two would be. I think this works, though. I like the... Oop, I completely forgot to paint this side. But I do like the mutedness of this color. It's a deep, deep, deep olive color. Okay, just a little bit there, too. Fixed. Easy peasy. I might bring out the clasps with a little bit of, like, silver or something like that, but That looks pretty good. Alright, I want to come back in on these guys. One, because I did not paint his belt right there at all. Just completely missed some areas. Just deepen that color a smidge. Now I'm gonna go ahead and... This guy is wearing gloves. Everybody else seems to be wearing no gloves. So we're gonna paint his gloves in this color tone as well. And keep it a little bit on the thin side so we can get some natural highlights because we used Gracier and it should pop through a little bit. And that'll give us some guidance for some other highlights later. Now completely oversaturating the models with paint and losing some of our nice details. Make sure we get all sides of his hands. Okay, that's pretty good. And let's do the other one. There must be children near the playground by me. I just heard, like, shrill screaming. My hand is cramping a little bit. Ugh. What happens when you grip the handle too hard? Alright, let's see. How am I gonna reach that? Oh, if I just turn it this way. Sorry, I know you guys probably can't see what I'm doing, but I'm painting his thumb. Very exciting. Alright, there we go. Cool. Alright, that looks good. I like it. I like it. Alright, we've got one more belt to do. And then we're gonna call it. Because I have a couple other things I wanted to do, but I wanted to get back in and stream a little bit longer. Get a little bit more work done on these guys. Appreciate your guys' patience with that, and all of Alchemical Rabbit's, or Chaos Cultist's help with getting everything reset back up. He is the best. Alright, we got one more belt to take care of. It's looking good, yeah. Okay, this was actually the easiest one to paint, because he had no straps. It was just a pretty much unobscured belt. Nice. Even where it was slightly obscured, it was way easier to paint. Okay, that looks fantastic. Well, I haven't completely finished them, but at least they are at a very good state, and honestly, the bulk of them is finished. Some of the detail work is just putting a little bit of black on their shoes. We're going to go with some black and gold on the shell here. And then, of course, there's their faces to paint, and the gun will get a little bit of blackened and lead belcher, probably. And the same thing with his binoculars. The binoculars will be painted black. Maybe I'll do something for the eye little bits. Put like maybe a little bit of gold or something in there for like a yellow. I feel like sometimes like there's like a sheen of color reflectiveness that happens when you like are looking at binoculars, not like through them, but like when you see the lenses, they have a little bit of a sheen. So that's the idea there. But their armor, or their uniforms rather, are looking real sharp. Like I'm very happy with how it's come out. They're looking good. And then of course there's their flesh tones to paint up. That's the last thing that we'll do. But I'm gonna get all the details done first. But I think that's going to be it for me today. I've had my dual stream because I had a failure the first time, but we've gotten to our roughly 2 hours. So thank you guys so much for jumping back in and joining me on this stream. I will be back tomorrow. I'll probably be letting you know how the folks over at my Plastic Model Society Club thought of my martyr, because I'll be taking that tonight to show them. So I'll have some updates on that with you guys. And then, yeah, we'll have a new video out tomorrow. I hope you guys are ready. It's all about Super Earth in Helldivers, and I found some STLs to print out, so I do that, and we paint them. I hope you guys are excited. I know I'm looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. So thank you very much for being here, for hanging out, for joining me, and for being part of the Hobby Night community. Until next time, everybody, I'll see you later. Bye!